I built an AI RAG chatbot using Kiro and AWS Bedrock. Its knowledge base is an S3 bucket, so I uploaded some test documents here. Confucius, the Bible, Plato's Republic. So we'll see if Bedrock can access this. So it uses Titan text embeddings, I believe. And we can see the knowledge base here. We could test it in a second, but I just want to show, come to the data source. You can see that all those documents made it into Bedrock. We'll come up, test. You have to pick a model. I'm going to use Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.6, apply, and then we can say, what is the prevailing message of Plato's Republic? And then it gives us a summary of Plato's Republic. And then I also made the front end for this so that obviously users aren't going to be able to come into the console like this. So I'm running a Flask app on AWS App Runner. This is the link. It's a very basic chat interface here. Nothing pretty about it. I haven't done any like fancy UI work on this or anything, but we can ask it the same thing here. What is the prevailing message? Let's say Confucius Analects. Hopefully I spelled that right. And then it gives you a summary of the Analects. And it gives you your sources. Obviously, there's a lot more you could do with the presentation and appearance of this, but this is just to demo the capability. And the really cool thing is I didn't write any code for this. I built this purely with Kiro and advice from Google Gemini on how to use and how to best prompt Kiro. It provisioned the AWS infrastructure that this is running on. It wrote this front-end Flask app, gave me the terminal prompts I needed to deploy, and it helped me troubleshoot all the issues I encountered. I did have to do a couple things in AWS console, like uploading these documents, and also for outside of the test environment, actually using Claude Sonnet. Anthropic requires you to submit like use case documentation. I just wrote like a sentence about what I was trying to do, and they had approved it within a day or two. So then I was able to use Claude. So a couple of those things I did have to do through the console. But other than that, Kiro did basically everything. It even generated my information architecture. So I asked it, once it was complete, please generate the infrastructure architecture diagram for the application. And it gives me this mermaid code. You can come to mermaid, paste it in, and it generates this lovely architecture diagram, starting with the end user browser, going through App Runner, going into Bedrock knowledge base, Titan text embeddings, yada yada. And then you can very easily export this as PDF, PNG for the documentation of the app. And the next thing I'm doing is using Kiro to optimize my cost. So for example, I was just asking how I can reduce my usage costs. So I might go down to one NAT gateway, reduce a VPC interface. I actually maybe don't even need this. So yeah, this is fantastic. All of this, it generated from scratch. It did take quite a bit of prompting to get to this point, but much, much faster than building it all manually in AWS console. The key enabler of this is the AWS CLI, which is running locally on my PC, and then the MCP server is what enables Kiro to utilize that CLI and issue commands directly and make those provisionings. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think I need to talk too much about the CDK. But yeah, maybe the one thing I should mention, Kiro comes free with 50 credits. That was not enough for me, so I did upgrade to the paid plan. This project, I wound up using 238, almost 239 credits. Or is this tokens? It's a little bit confusing between credits and tokens. I think it's all credits. Anyway, just to give an idea of what 1,000 will get you, I was able to complete this project with 238. I very quickly ran up on the 50, the free limit of 50. So that I think this paid plan that I'm on is like $20 per month, and then if you want to enable overages, you can pay 4 cents per additional credit. So yeah, pretty impressed with Kiro, pretty happy with the outcome, and I'm just gonna work on optimizing the cost from here.